The weekend so far. It began last night with that draw at St James's Park. Today, Brentford won the early game away at Wolves. An away win for Arsenal too at Burnley. Liverpool winners in our featured match. Goalbers surprisingly at the Etihad Stadium, and Watford winning away at Norwich. With Villa Everton still to come today, then 3 more games tomorrow. The table now looks like this. Liverpool are top of the pile, and they are 3 points above City, 3 above United 2 and Chelsea. They both play tomorrow. Everton go to Aston Villa later on today. And at the bottom, it is Norwich, 0 points in their first 5 games. Then come Burnley, only 1 point so far for them. Newcastle also in the bottom 3. Arsenal up to 12th, but for me and Don, it's goodbye for now.
Thanks to Joe Spates and to Don Hutchison after a breathless 90 minutes. So after that 3-0 win then at Anfield, Liverpool go top of the table, 3 points clear of the chasing pack, having played a game more, of course, than some of those in that top 6. But, Michael, I have to say, I mean, they faced a resilient Crystal Palace side. To come away 3-0 winners, I mean, that's quite an undertaking.
It is, yeah. I thought, I didn't think Palace were that bad. I think if you don't watch the game, you just look at the result, you think, oh, Liverpool have... I thought Palace played pretty well, and Liverpool had to work hard for their win. 3-0 is a great scoreline, of course, another clean sheet. Canate in the team for the first time. That'll give him a lot of confidence. So, yeah, and of course, you can't help but look over your shoulder and see one of your big rivals draw and dropping 2 points. It's a great afternoon's work.
Ian, what would have pleased Jurgen Klopp most about that performance today?
I think the way that they dug in at the start, because Palace started pretty quickly. I think Wilfried Zaha was very unfortunate when one came across, goalkeeper made a good save, and then as it went, and after 15, 20 minutes, you know, it didn't quite happen for them, and then you started to see Liverpool starting to put the pressure on. And Palace just stayed in it. I thought towards the end there as well, Hodgson had a good chance. He had a good chance, a very good chance. Thought he should have took first time when it was 1-0. And it's those kind of moments in the game where you need to take those half chances and do something, because then that puts Liverpool on the back foot. But once they got the second, it started to get more and more comfortable for them.
Mane has now scored in 9 consecutive league games against the Eagles. No one has ever done that against the same opposition. It was also his 100th Liverpool goal in all competitions. Let's hear now from the man himself.
Sadio, well done today. Did the team have to be patient to eventually break through and break Crystal Palace's hearts?
Well, I think it was a really tough game, to be honest. I think we worked hard, very hard to get this 3 points, which was not easy, but we expect this because after once the Champions League game and you don't have enough time to rest. But well, I think we tried our best today, and finally we got 3 points, which we really deserve it.
Do you feel it out there when you are playing in midweek in big Champions League games against a team that's had that rest?
Well, I think it can be the most complicated game, obviously, but I think you have to be prepared well. Monthly, sick leaving is not the case, and especially focus from the beginning, because you can have maybe one chance and you score and you finish the game. I think we don't create many chances today, but I think we did very well our set pieces, and I think we scored 3 goals from set pieces, so we are very happy about it.
Another game where you score 3 goals, but did you show different qualities to the previous wins?
Well, I think obviously, I think they all have great qualities, to be honest, and maybe the team, how the team plays is different, but that's not the more important for us. The more important for us to create chances and to score goals and try to win the games.
Well, let's have a look, shall we, as to how he became a Premier League record breaker. It was a move that came off the training ground, Michael.
I think so, Manish, yeah. Just keep your eye on Mo Salah at the back post at the minute. There's the goal scorer eventually, Sadio Mane. But Mo Salah runs from the back post and he runs around the crowd of players. That's the best view. And then his marker actually gets blocked within the group. And it's a simple tap in the end for Sadio Mane. He goes high. I think that's the best way, Righty. When the goalkeeper's about to slide back across, go high.
Go high. You can see it there. MacArthur couldn't get round. They've obviously worked on that. It looks when you see MacArthur struggling to get round the wall. But like his reactions was fantastic there.
It's incredible, isn't it? Scoring in 9 consecutive league games against the same opposition. Why is that?
Well, It could be coincidence, but one thing is for sure that you turn up sometimes and you fancy it. I mean, I used to enjoy going to West Ham, Newcastle, Anfield, and certain games. I used to go to Highbury, your place, Stamford Bridge. Just the goal felt it was half the size. So I do think if you've had success at a club or a ground in the past, you do feel more comfortable going there. I'm not sure. Have you got any theories? But it's quite coincidental as well.
Yeah. I don't know what it is. To be honest, once I got Dennis Bergkamp, I fancied myself at any ground. But it was always Everton for me. Everton, Southampton. I kind of nicked a couple against Villa. Yeah. Sometimes you just go and just feel good when you go there. And because you know that when you go there, you normally score, you actually go there thinking, I normally score against these. I'll see how I go. Just happens like that.
So Liverpool with that 1-0 lead couldn't breathe easy. Palace continued to ask questions. That's what made Mohamed Salah's goal, Liverpool's second, all the more important because they needed this. Yeah,
they did because, like I say, Palace, we know that they wouldn't give up. We saw that against West Ham, but Riedewald there was really poor marking. You know, he's got him. You see, he's got him here. I cannot understand why you would leave one of the most potent strikers in the game like that. You've just got to see that out. You know, Patrick would look at that. He'd be very, very disappointed. He's got him. And then, you know, he's taking his eye off the ball. Mo Salah, obviously, very, very sharp. Look, he's moving. Riedewald's ball watching. And you can't do that. You can't do that against that calibre of striker. You'll be punished.
Fair play to Mo Salah. First goal he creates by making a great run to the near post off a set piece. And then the second one, he's running to the far post. And both occasions, he's losing his marker, which is not easy to do.
That's a super goal. Because he's going, but you know the thing with this one, Michael, he's going backwards on his heels. Look, bam, to hit that when you're going, look at him, watch, he's going backwards, and now he's got to steady himself. That's top quality technique.
I'm pleased for him, Keita. I really want to see him do well because you keep giving him another chance. In my mind, I keep giving another chance. I keep saying, right, come on, this is your time now. He's not had a real clear run for Liverpool, injuries, things like that.
Yeah.
I've seen him before playing for Leipzig, being brilliant. I'm desperate to see him do so well, but he is being a slow burner at the minute, so he's got to do more of that.
Yeah, and with Manchester City dropping points, it means that Liverpool go 3 points clear at this early stage, of course. I mean, something we mentioned at the top of the programme. Do they continue to go under the radar here, Liverpool?
Well, now they're sat at the top of the table, maybe only for a few hours, then they won't be under the radar. When you ask Pep Guardiola and Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, managers like that, then they won't be under the radar. I just think for the fans, for us talking on this show and things like that, we're always talking about the new signing, the excitement of other people, and Liverpool haven't done that. They've kept their squad and they've got everyone fit again, which is important for them.
I think what they've done is, like what we saw today, Palace was a tough game. You heard Sadio Mane say that. And they didn't do anything special. They were just very solid in what they'd done. And they were very clinical. Because, again, what he said was they didn't create too many chances, but the chances they got, the mistakes that Palace made, they were very much punished for them.
They've got Brentford away, City at home, the next two. Pretty contrasting fixtures, but if they get to the Brentford game, of course, that Man City game is going to be huge, isn't it? I mean, it's going to be huge anyway, but if they're sat at the top of the table...
Yeah, it's no matter what time of the season, that
that's
clash,
a big game.
It's one of the big games of the season, isn't it? So, yeah, I still think that, well, Chelsea could have burst into that top two. Now, for the last few years,
you can't discount them,
Liverpool and Manchester City, hasn't it? So that's almost the moment. But now you just can't discount other teams now.
OK. Sight of Sadio Mane. He's done it again against the Eagles just before half-time, Michael.
Yeah, well, we looked earlier in the show, didn't we, about how many chances Sadio Mane has been getting lately. Not been converting them all. He did score in the last game in the Premier League against Leeds, and he's at it again. I like the way the Liverpool work that. I think it's meant. I think they've worked out that if Mo Salah just runs across, then his man will get blocked by the pack in the middle. He wins the header, and there's nobody on the back post to clear it. Sadio Mane sweeps it up.
From the narrowest of angles, Ian.
Yeah, he's done well. You know, like Michael says, very well worked. You know, I don't think Joel Ward could do much about it. To be honest, it was he had to go and attack the ball, and Mo Salah got in front of him very, very well there. It's a good goal, very good goal, well worked.
It's confirmation of what he's achieved. He is a Premier League record breaker. Sadio Mane has now scored in 9 consecutive league games against Crystal Palace, overtaking a record that was held previously by Robin van Persie against Stoke with those 8 goals in succession. Just how big an achievement is that,
It's
Mike?
amazing.
Well, I don't know. I'm not sure if it's obviously a big achievement. I'm
Yeah.
not sure if it's more coincidence or whether it's, or
It's
what
always
it
a
is.
team you normally score
Yeah.
against, but like
Yeah.
that's a
9
lot.
games on the spin.
That's
Because
a
that's
lot.
not 9 goals. I mean, it's 9 games on.
Yeah,
it is.
goal
it's
a game.
It's a real
That's amazing.
coincidence.
Yeah, he's certainly got a liking for playing against Palace, that's for certain.
There is one thing, though. You do go to certain grounds and actually fancy certain grounds you
Yeah.
scored a goal and you get a bit of confidence. But, yeah, I mean, he's been reasonably lively all day. as
Yeah,
we've,
these are the chances for Liverpool.
Yeah.
Jota with a couple of them. I mean, that was clearly going for power,
Yeah.
which we'll see again. He opted for with his second chance.
Well-
This was Henderson first.
Yeah, that was good stuff. Yeah, but Liverpool, right, once they've got going, they've really started to put the pressure on Palace, who've been defending okay. But this was a chance for Jota where, he's just got to put that, just side foot it into the goal over the other side there, just to the goalkeeper's left. Cannot understand why he's gone with such power. I heard Don Hutchinson mention it. But there, just bam, just put it over there, just to the left. It's an easy chance.
Yeah. Up until the moment that Mane struck, Palace would have been delighted with their work for 44 minutes. In fact, they certainly started the stronger of the two
Yeah.
sides. I mean, they had Alisson scrambling here.
Yeah, Wilfred Zaha didn't quite know where that was. It came off of his shin. Goalkeeper done well to scramble and save it.
This was early in the match, wasn't it, as
Yeah.
well? I mean, they really did shake Liverpool at the
Yeah.
top end early on in the match. And, they had a few chances.
Yeah.
Alisson there with safe hands right at the end. But it's, no, they've played all right, actually, Crystal Palace. This is the penalty shout that we sort of looked at.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how much Tsimikas knows about it. He probably knows a little bit.
Yeah, but you see, he knows the way his left foot's come out. You know what? I don't think it was enough for a penalty, but what Tsimikas has done there is dangerous. Could have been, because you could see him go with his left foot to do something.
Yeah.
Didn't need to do that.